Hey guys, it's Monday. I'm Nicole, and you're watching Lesbswag. Alright, so here's the thing. I feel like my coming out process has been so large that I can't really make one video about it. So I'm deciding to focus more on what I experienced in college because I feel like that was my most transformative process, and um, I'm gonna also touch on my family and their stance on me coming out, but me making an entire video about my entire coming out experience is just not gonna happen right now, unless you want to watch like a 30-minute video, and I'm sure you don't want to do that. So I was really excited and really nervous for college. I was really excited that I could start anew and would have no past representations of who I am in these people's minds because nobody knew who I was. I went like 800, 900 miles away for school, and not one person from my high school was going here or anywhere near here. So I was really excited for that, but I was really, really nervous because I knew that I was going to have to live with somebody, and if that person wasn't accepting of who I was, then there was going to be a giant problem. And I was going to be really unhappy. I didn't want to start my first year of college in a bad place. So my decision was that I was going to get to know my roommate a little bit when they gave me her contact information, and then I was going to eventually just tell her straight out that I'm gay and give her enough time to where if she wasn't accepting of that, or her religion wasn't accepting of that, or whatever the case may be, she had time to move out. Long story short, it all ended well. She was really cool about it. Her parents were iffy about it at first, just because, I mean, her parents, it's their only kid, and they weren't so, chipper about it. But I think the most transforming part of college was when I met a girl named Alicia. I met her through my freshman seminar class. So part of our coursework was that we had a blog. And the blog was going to be about not only the course activities that our professor was going to assign us, but it was also going to be about the entire freshman experience, or at least that's what he wanted it to be about. It was probably a week or two into class, and I read one of Alicia's blogs, and it's something that really, really inspired me, because she was just so open and honest, I don't know, it just really got to me. So after reading her blog, I realized how big of an opportunity I had sitting right in front of me, that I could take this one chance and come out to, 20 people, make this huge move that I'd never done before because I'd never come out to, more than one person. I'd barely come out to friends. I was still afraid to say I'm gay. And up until that point, I don't think I had said that I was gay. And so I just sat down after having, that amazing experience reading her blog, and I just wrote, I'm gay, I am who I am, and I'm not gonna change that for anybody. It was a moving experience for me. And I didn't know what people were gonna say, and at that point it really didn't bother me. But then we came into class, whatever the next class was, my professor had read it, and he basically had a moment at the beginning of class and was like, I'm really glad these blogs are doing well. We had this awesome blog about how somebody was coming out, and a lot of the kids hadn't read it yet, so a lot of them were like, what? What's going on? Somebody came out over our blog? And I don't know. I can't even explain what was going on in my stomach at that point, because I was freaking out. I mean, I was sitting there with, like I said, there's 20 other people in my class. I don't know any of them. I'd barely talked to any of them, and my professor is about to say, "Who wrote the blog?" So I'm sitting there, just freaking out, and this guy next to me named Jordan, you know, I thought he was gay, but I never said anything about it. But he got really, really shaky, and basically pulled up his backpack, and he had this rainbow, I think it was a rainbow triangle, if I'm remembering correctly. This rainbow triangle, and he got up and said, you know, "I wear this on my backpack to let people know that if you're gay and you need to talk, I'm here." And at that point, I thought people thought that he was the one that wrote the blog. So I was like, this is gonna be weird when they find out it's me. So I raised my hand, and after people had commented on that or whatever, and I was like, "And just so everybody knows, I wrote the blog." And I was just like, whew. But for some reason, I felt this huge weight lifted off of me. Like, I was so nervous. I didn't know what was gonna happen, what people were gonna say, but just saying that I had written the blog and everybody acknowledging that I was saying that I'm gay, it was incredible. Just absolutely incredible. And you know, it was all thanks to Alicia, who had written her blog post, and I got moved by it, and so I wrote mine. And it doesn't even end there. Like, she is incredible. Like, there's no other word to describe her. She's just amazing. We pretty much talked after that, went out to lunch a couple times, and we didn't stop hanging out. She became an enormous ally to the community and joined a LGBT political activist group with me, and hasn't stopped even when I've left the school. And she's always pushing for equal rights, always out there to do what she needs to do, and to do what's best for our community. And it's a community that, you know, officially she's not a part of. She's an ally, but she's not any sort of LGBT person. But she's one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life, and I'm so thankful to have her. And Alicia, if you're watching this, I love you. That whole year, she pretty much helped me figure out who I am and who I want to be, and she was that shoulder to lean on when I needed it. I feel like I'm gonna get really emotional right now, so I'm gonna stop talking about it. But Alicia, just know that I love you, and you're the reason that I'm here and who I am right now. And that's pretty much my story. My entire family knows now, just due to my mom telling them or other family members telling them. My mom's side of the family is fantastic with it. My mom and my little sister are my saviors, along with Alicia. And my dad and I don't talk about it. We've never really talked about it. It's never been a subject that he wants to discuss with me, which is fine, because I don't really talk to my dad much at all. We don't get along, and I think it's for the best that I don't talk to him about this. My mom, my sister, and all of my friends are a lot better to talk to anyway. But let's move on. Alright, my advice. If I had to give you one piece of advice, and that's all I could say to you, I would say, be yourself. Be who you are, and don't sacrifice your happiness for other people's acceptance. Because I feel like that's something that a lot of people struggle with when they're deciding to come out. You know, I don't want my parents to be mad at me, I don't want friends to leave me, family to leave me, I don't want people to think differently of me. But when it comes down to it, you have this one life, and you're not going to get another one. And so you have this one opportunity to be who you are right now. And if you can't be yourself, then how can you find your happiness in life? As for timelines for coming out, I definitely say do it at your own pace. Do it when you feel comfortable. Although You'll never feel fully comfortable coming out. I can say that. There will always be some sort of nerves, even when you're at the point that I am now, where I don't care what people think about me. There's always that thought that's going to be in the back of your mind. It's like, I really hope they're not judging me for this right now. But I feel like that gets better. I honestly believe that it gets better. You put yourself out there, you grow as a person when you're coming out. You grow in ways that people on YouTube collabs can't tell you. Like, you have to experience it yourself, which is go at your own pace, do what makes you happy. That's the most important thing. If you would like to follow me on Tumblr or would like to ask any questions or ask for advice that this video does not provide for you, you can always add me. I'll add my Tumblr URL in the description as well. God bless you, child!